Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Covington in at the four-man position. Now, here's Doncic. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Fast break, Dallas. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Doncic against Covington. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And so here is Dallas after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Shot clock at 5. Here's Doncic. Lillard with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. That gives them the lead. Powell's got 5 points so far.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. They swipe it. Here's Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. He has 6. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. Shoots over Powell. Hardaway, no good. Portland trailing here. A reverse. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard outside. It's Jones on the wing. Doncic against Lillard. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Redick passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Dallas again missing. Portland leading, and now Portland on the break. He lobs.
Go ahead and get it, youngster. Hollis Jefferson showing off the spring.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Excellent D from Cancer.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 5. From and before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg,
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, heading the middle. Richardson kicks to Redick. Back to Richardson. Over McCollum. And that one goes long. Portland leading by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Richardson gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so here's Portland. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Richardson. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
That time Richardson defaulted to the mid-range shot. We know he can shoot them from deep, but mixing in that mid-range, it'll keep the defense off balance.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. This one for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Redick. Over Anthony. Was shot by Redick. No good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Powell with the steal. It's Redick on the wing. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Simon. And he can extend the lead to double digits. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Powell, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's McCollum for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 6.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. And it's off from 3-point range. Mavericks trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. From deep. Powell pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
McCollum outside. Cantor against Cauley Stein. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing. For 3, Richardson. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Here's Lillard. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll about...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
We've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 2. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. The 3 for Doncic. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 10. And the dunk by Covington. And Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly head to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. They need this, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
Hardaway hits them both. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. Outside, Jones. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. He dishes it to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Portland again with the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The 19-foot shot. Offensive rebound. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. McCollum outside, over Hardaway. McCollum no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Doncic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Trailblazers leading by 14. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Portland. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And, you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation. But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
There's the pass to McCollum. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Finney Smith. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A three-pointer, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And, fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
And it's Doncic missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Hardaway with the steal. Jumps up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. With the shot. Good as the jump shot falls. McCollum's got 8 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The three for Doncic. Portland grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And so it's Portland sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Cauley Stein is out there with foul. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Brunson in at the one. Outside, Jones. Left side, Covington. In the corner, Powell with it.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Mavericks trail by 16. Brunson the pass to Richardson. The dish to Powell. Richardson kicks to Brunson. And it's sent back by Lillard. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Cauley-Stein with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 16. Powell the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Shoots over Powell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Lobs it up for Cantor. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Down low, here's Cantor. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 3. And it's Simons missing.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And, you know, when Hollis Jefferson is getting it done at both ends, he can really be an asset.
Redick passes to Brunson. Richardson outside. Back to Brunson. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Connects from three-point range.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
Pulls from the top of the key. Cauley-Stein finds Brunson. Taken away by Anthony.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for C.J. McCollum.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Simons surveying the D. They get it back. Out to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum passes to Hollis Jefferson. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Richardson for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Ring shot on the way. Doesn't go for him. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. Jones in at the 3-set. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. From outside the arc, Morris with the rebound.
well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Beverly, following the score by Damian Lillard.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Kicks it out to Jones. Lots of room. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Beverly against Lillard. Outside, George, the three. That one's not going to go. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard against Beverly. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Morris, and Covington sends it back. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard the pass to Powell. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Right side, Covington. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Pass to Powell. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Zubac against Lillard. Good work there as it goes.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's George, following the score by Damian Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Covington sends it back.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
The shot by Powell, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 4-point game. George finds Zubac. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Powell against George. Powell dishes to Jones. Back to Powell. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And George kicks to Beverly. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's McCollum. Passes it to Cannon. Back to McCollum. Wide open look. Misses off the left iron.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Simons. Dishes it to McCollum. Pass to Canner. It's McCollum on the wing. Kennard covering. For 3. The shot will not fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Kennard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And Batum kicks to Kennard. He can't get it to go.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Stolen. Now the Clippers moving it up. Man gets the bucket.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Canner throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged. And everything has to be earned.
Here's Beverley. Portland making their last shot. Kennard. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Stolen by Cantor. It's Anthony with the drive. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McCollum passes to Cantor. From downtown. McCollum, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And again, the Clippers turn it over. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Now here's McCollum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simons, the pass to McCollum. The shot's good. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Now here's McCollum. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jackson against Lillard. From deep three-point range, Jackson misses.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Covington kicks to Jones. Lillard against Batum. Lillard, the pass to Jones. 6 to shoot. That one good for 2.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Now Lillard. He's got 6. Pass to Powell. Here's Covington, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Nurkic with the steal. Morris against Powell. Morris with the rebound.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell. It's stolen by Jones. Covington kicks to Jones. Passes it to Powell. Outside, Covington. Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Leonard. Oh, in the jam by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Fires for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 9.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
George against Powell. Morris passes to Leonard. Back to Morris.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
The pass to Powell. Outside, Covington. Pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Leonard with the steal. Back to George. Launches a 3. Powell with the steal. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Jones dishes to Covington. Another shot. Jones kicks to Nurkic. Passes to Powell. Off target from three-point range. Beverly against Covington. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Trailblazers leading by 5. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pass to George. Zubac with it. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
Powell with it. Kicks to Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard fires away from way outside. Kept alive. And the shot goes in. Nurkic has got 6.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And so it's Damian Lillard. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. It's good.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now here's Jackson. D right on him. And here's Kennard. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Up top, Canner. Defended by Ibaka. McCollum passes to Simons. Portland needs to get off a shot. Shoots it up. But they get it back. Second chance shot. 2 points. That one goes.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Kennard kicks to Jackson. The Clippers rebound. Man passes to Kennard. And there's the pass to Man. Launches it. And he's good on the three ball.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Simons. Pass to Carmelo for the three. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Ibaka outside. Passes it to Kennard. Outside Batum. Back to Kennard. And the call on the and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard with no one around. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 20.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Leonard, that's for two. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 10. Kicks it out to McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Here's George. Powell pulls it in. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. McCollum, no good. The Clippers running out of time. Leonard attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Damian Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Now here's Leonard. Up again. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. McCollum outside. Portland again missing. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverly. Over Lillard. Here's Leonard. It drops.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here's Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. No good from Finney Smith.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Jackson passes to Zubac. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. Clock at 6. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Doncic against Jackson. From the stripe, and Doncic gets it to go.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Shoots from the line. He squares up and sinks it.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now, here's Doncic. The 3 ball. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
So it's the Mavericks now. Here's Marjanovic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Doncic against Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Mavericks with the rebound. Fast break, Dallas. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. A rebound by Marjanovic.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Hardaway finds Marjanovic. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is George. Now the pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Jackson after Luka Doncic's bucket. Buck three. They get it again. Zubac kicks to Jackson. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Now the Mavericks with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, with his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And he recovers it. Doncic right side. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
George looking around. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
George against Hardaway. Jackson drives in. Dishes to Morris. Pass to George. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here is Doncic. 8 points for him. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. Shoots from the high post. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
They've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's... Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
It's kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Now Brunson passes it to Burke. It's Richardson on the wing. Shoots. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Stolen by Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Paul George right now one step ahead of his defender using the old pump fake.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. And that one's good. Burke. Here's Beverly. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The pass to Kennard. Fires the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Brunson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Man passes to Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. The shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Richardson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Clippers trail by 10. Kennard on the wing. Beverly the pass to Ibaka. Looking to end the run. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You can't play too far off of Patrick Beverly or this can happen.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half. At the top of the key, Powell. And Brunson has it in the corner. Pass to Burke. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet away. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Burke. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Burke's got 4 points this quarter.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Here's Ibaka. The Mavericks pull it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Brunson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Burke kicks to Brunson. 16 seconds left in the first half of the game. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Both free throws good from Beverly. 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Up top, Doncic. And we've reached halftime in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points and 3. And
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Doncic looking it over. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Leonard. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, Paul George, athleticism sneaking in there, getting a second chance opportunity, and then he ends up cashing in.
Up top, Doncic, defended by Beverly, and Doncic throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Passes to Zubac. He kicks it to Leonard. Now the pass to George. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Doncic. He's got 12. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Beverly for 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 9. And Doncic, here we go. Missed inside. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And the dunk by Doncic.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Pass to man. The rebound by Marjanovic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Right side, Porzingis. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, Porzingis, the things we talk about is assertiveness, but that also comes with great stamina. Right now, he's determined.
A minute 20 left to play in the third. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got 6.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Richardson the pass to Brunson. Over Jackson. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 12. To the paint. Jackson passes to Mann. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Here's Mann. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Maxi Kleber. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Powell in at the 5. Clippers trail by 14. And stolen by Richardson. He's got a clear path by himself. Finishes the break with a slam.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Shoots over Burke. And too long on the shot. Dallas leading by 16. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. Kennard for 3. Kleber with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Brunson. Richardson outside. Kicks it to Powell. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Throws it down as the official calls the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clock at 2. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 14. From 12 feet out, it's rebounded by Brunson. Brunson's got 5 rebounds tonight for Dallas. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Burke. no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And now we've got the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Doncic with it. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Leonard from 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas leading by 12. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Jackson kicks to George. Jackson with it. Hardaway picks him up. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. For Dallas, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Clippers trail by 14.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Mavericks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Passes it to Jackson. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
The wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Just 3 to shoot. Jackson has the open look. They get it back. Morris. Can't connect. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Powell with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Doncic against Lillard. Lets it go from 11. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Hardaway with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Nurkic finds Lillard. Doncic with the steal. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Jones. Pass to Powell. Now here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Lillard against Doncic. From the high post and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Doncic has got his second bucket. Lillard against Doncic. From deep. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Doncic with the bucket. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard with it. There's the dish to Nurkic. The 3. And it's Lillard again missing. So it's the Mavericks now. Doncic right side. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic, the second chance effort. He lays it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket by Lillard.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Doncic looking it over. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Powell for 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. Here's Porzingis, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Portland leading by 3. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Outside Anthony. Shoots it. McCollum finds Cantor. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis-Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Redick in at the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And the three ball is good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Richardson. Outside for Redick. Powell, the pass to Redick. Over Anthony. Anthony with the block.
Oh, Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Dishes it to McCollum. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Richardson. And that one drops for him. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis and LeBrons who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Back to Brunson. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's got his first basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
McCollum outside. Puts up a three. That one doesn't drop. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Ball stolen. It's 2-on-1. Deep 2 from Anthony. They grab their own miss. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Tries again. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. And here's Brunson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Richardson, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Offline with his three. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Hollis Jefferson, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brunson up top. Knocked away.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Mavericks trail by 14. Now here's Richardson. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
And here's McCollum for three. And no good that time. And it's Dallas the other way.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this one.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Lillard gets it to go.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Porzingis on the foul.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it for us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the four-man position. Doncic outside, looking to end his cold spell.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Shot from free throw range, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Portland leading by 15. At the top of the key, Powell. There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. There's the triple. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Lillard from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. And here are the Mavericks now. They've got an 8-0 run. Nurkic with the steal. Doncic against Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Doncic against Lillard. Puts it up. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Doncic has got 8 here in the quarter.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Jones. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now Doncic. He's got 14. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum with the ball, out guarded by Redick, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Runs in the pass to Richardson. From outside, off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. McCollum, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Brunson, good.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
McCollum finds Canner. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup. McCollum's got 7 points.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson from outside the arc. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. A 12-point game. Maxi Kleba is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Richardson in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Back to Brunson. 5 to shoot. And it's in there.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum from the arc. Again, McCollum missing.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Kleba finds Redick. Stolen by Cantor. To the paint. And stolen by Richardson. Here's the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Takes a 3. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Powell with the steal. And the pass to Brunson. Buried from 15 feet out.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, a great offensive player keeps defenders off balance. Luka Doncic does just that.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Portland leading by 9. Jones with it. Back to Lillard. This one for 3. That one, no good. Nice D from Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Hardaway. Doncic against Lillard. Hardaway passes to Doncic. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Finney-Smith. It's stolen by Jones. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Lillard against Doncic. Feeds it to Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
They get the rebound, and they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Mavericks trail by 9. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And Lillard gets the foul. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Latrey. Powell. That's good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. From deep three-point range. And here's Doncic from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments. And my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Lillard surveying the D. Covington dishes to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The 3 for Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta.
And Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Jones finds Lillard. Here's Finney-Smith. Fires from deep. A putback. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a hard, David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And coming to you today from here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And for Portland, they've got Jones. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Plenty of space. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He's as surprised as anyone with that, Vince. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Powell finds Lillard. Now Nurkic. No one near him. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's the fast break. Here's George. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. There's the lob to the hoop. Jones, the pass to Powell. Over Jackson. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's the Clippers. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Morris. Nailed from three-point land.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jones kicks to Powell. 6 to shoot. Right side, Covington. Good.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive as shooting right off the pass.
George against Powell. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Here's Zubac. Can't get it to fall.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And here is Los Angeles now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Jackson finds Zubac. And George, here we go. Out to Morris. Shoots over Covington. Misses off the right iron. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Jones. Back to Lillard. The pass to Powell. Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's the 3. Lillard misses. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris with the bucket.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
1:52 left to play in the first. Lillard from outside drains it from beyond the arc.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
George against Powell. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. 3-pointer. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Passes it to Morris. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside, Morris. And Covington sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. There's the 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Powell against George. On the wing, Jackson to end the run. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. 3-on-3. Powell, no one around him. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Morris has got 7 points.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Lillard surveying the D. Outside, Jones. And here is Powell. Stolen by Zubac. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard, and there's Batum, and it's man in at the small forward. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
A three from McCollum. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Kennard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now here's Anthony. Simons, the pass to Cannon. From deep. And it's Simons missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Swiped it away. The drive by Cantor. McCollum outside. Jacks up a three. It's deflected. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Now, here's Kennard. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. Here's McCollum. Got a piece of it. It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. Stolen by McCollum. From deep. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Trailblazers leading by 10. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Portland moving the ball around. And here's McCollum for three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Inside, stolen by McCollum.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
Clippers trail by 12. 1:41 left in the first half. Kennard, the pass to Batum. He kicks it to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Out to Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. Wants to get it to Hollis Jefferson, and does. Here's Simons. The offensive rebound. Back to Hollis Jefferson. From past the arc. McCollum, no good.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
The lead now in single digits.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. McCollum outside. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's man, covered by Anthony. Kennard on the wing. Kicks it to Beverly. From deep three-point range, Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jones, the pass to Lillard. And the 3 off target. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 11. Jack, how do you... And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones, and it's Nurkic in its center. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 11-point game.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Covington. Good work defensively by Morris.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, you have to respect Jackson's shot selection. He tries to only take shots within his team's offensive sets.
Pass to Nurkic. And here is Powell. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. George against Powell. And it's George missing. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Lillard. Money from the wing. Lillard's got 5.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. In the corner, it's Morris. Leonard against Jones. Clock at 4. Nurkic with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. The shot by Lillard wide open. Got it from 16 feet. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
And George, here we go. And the basket is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Lillard with the bucket. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Now, here's Lillard. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Morris, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard against Leonard. 1:22 left to play in the third. Powell kicks to Covington. Stolen by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. Oh, that was something else.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Lets it fly. Portland no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Leonard no luck. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers leading by 10. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Simons surveying the D. Anthony drives in. There's Hollis Jefferson. 4 on the shot clock. Anthony finds McCollum over Kennard. Offensive rebound. Hollis Jefferson passes to Carmelo. It's good on the putback. Panthers got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. And there's the pass to Kennard. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. He gets it up. No good that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 12. From Portland, we're back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the small forward spot. Cantor kicks to McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Beverly. In the corner, Kennard with it. Back to Beverly. The tray. Rebounded by Anthony.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Passes it to Simons. A 3 from McCollum. He can't get that one, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Taken away by Anthony. They push it up, 4 on 3. For the 3. Traps in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Now here's Beverly. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact on his shots to draw these fouls.
Both free throws good from Beverly. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Down low, Batum with the steal. Pass to Beverly. Here's Mann. Kennard for three. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now here's McCollum. Anthony in the corner. Jacks up a three.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Here's Kennard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And with a bigger role, Kennard continues to blossom. An efficient, intelligent scorer who plays to his strengths.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent an infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Here's Leonard following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. Out to the right wing. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Kennard on the wing. Over McCollum. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Pass to Simons. Hollis Jefferson with it. Covered by Morris. Shot clock at 5. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Second shot opportunity. Takes a three. Hands it from downtown. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box, there were some great numbers for C.J. McCollum.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance. You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Hollis Jefferson kept alive. Anthony dishes to Cantor. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were. What a story. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. In the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. George, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Knocks it loose. Leonard on the wing. Oh, Morris in position.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic outside. The pass to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Over Jackson. Doncic, no good.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Doncic. He dishes it to Hardaway. Stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Doncic with the bucket.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Outside Jackson. Leonard, that's for 2. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Finney-Smith. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to George. Zubac with it. 6 on the shot clock. And it's George missing. Mavericks trail by 3. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Over to the wing. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. Jackson against Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
Outside, George. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic feeling it out. Over Jackson. Porzingis finds Doncic. Plays it up and banks it in. 6 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
And here's George for 3. He doesn't hit that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic against Jackson. Shoots from 12. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Nobody near George. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. Burke is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Richardson in at the 2 spot. Hey, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Off target with his 3. The Mavericks leading.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Beverly against Brunson. Stolen by Beverly.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brunson up top, defended by Beverly. Brunson the pass to Richardson. This one for 3. The offensive rebound and another shot. Brunson scanning the floor. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Burke. And it's blocked. Batum against Brunson. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beverly the pass to Ibaka. Shoots over Powell. Kennard. It's good on the putback. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output. Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And Patterson kicks to Kennard. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And George now top of the key. From the arc. Drills it from outside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Doncic. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Leonard. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic with it. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. No one near Doncic. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Zubac the pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And the rejection by Zubac. George dishes to Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Los Angeles. And here's Doncic. He's got 10. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Porzingis against Morris. Feeds to Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Doncic against Jackson. Back to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Jackson against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Right side, Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. To the middle. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Porzingis. Up and in on the layup. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Now Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kennard kicks to Ibaka. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Batum. No good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Doncic against Beverly. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Doncic.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Beverly, the pass to Patterson. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. For the lead. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Gets to the corner and buries it. Doncic has got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Beverly for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Brunson. Passes to Burke. Now here's Brunson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Jalen Brunson. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. Pass to Richardson. Clock at 6. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
The Clippers in the lead. Beverly with the ball. He feeds it to Patterson. Back to Beverly. Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Burke with the ball.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took. I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Brunson against Jackson. Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 1. Neither team here in the 4th generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
In the corner, George with it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Brunson the pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. Kicks to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Here's Powell. And he lays it straight in.
Boy, very easy that time for Powell. He's not going to miss that one.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's George. There's the pass to Morris. Leonard kicks to Zubats. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Leonard finds Zubats. Shoots over Marjanovic. Here's Leonard. Goes up again. Yep, that one goes in there. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Jackson against Doncic. just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Pass to Leonard. Lets it go with a three. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic, no good. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Doncic passes to Porzingis.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. George finds Leonard. Six to shoot. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. .103 left in the fourth quarter.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
The three for Doncic. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Leonard looking around. Doncic against Jackson. Back to Ibaka. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here they come. Here's Hardaway. Got it!
Yeah, he's got a great motor, Hardaway Jr. He does not need to be pushed to step up in big moments. He relishes it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Left side Ibaka. No good. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
What a steal. And really, what a time to come up with it. That's rising to the occasion.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip-in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
He's accounted for the bulk of their scoring, and that's really nothing new. No team likes to rely too heavily on one player, but when you've got a guy with this amount of talent, you've got to lean on him like they have.
And the Clippers call time here. Guys, what do you think?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip-in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
So a close game sees depth. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.